Hi, this is Outlaw Bookseller. This is a clip that I never really wanted to film, but I feel I have to, and I'm sure other people will be doing this as well, because it represents the end of something great in my life, in my aesthetic life, in my life per se. It's a sad moment, but it had to come at some point, and it's proven much harder than I thought it would be, actually. I decided to do an unboxing video because everybody does them. It's a YouTube thing. And it's also a reaction one, I guess. And I think I'm really only confronting my feelings now, which is surprising me. This is the last time that I'll ever experience what I'm about to experience. And it's very, very sobering indeed, because it makes you think about your own life and mortality. I've just received in the post the new album by the Stranglers, my favourite rock and roll band of all time, which is called Dark Matters. I'm just giving it, cutting it open. I got it direct from Townsend Music. The band get more money that way. And of course, the difference between Dark Matters and the other Stranglers albums, which I bought faithfully from the beginning, waited outside record shops on the day of release and what have you, from black and white onwards, is that this is the final record that the band have ever done, or will ever do, sorry, with Dave Greenfield, their keyboard player. There it is, Dark Matters. And I'm just going to reach inside the package because I know there's a compact disc or two in there as well. Yeah, there it is. And Dave Greenfield is my favourite artist of all time. He is a fantastically talented musician, and obviously when he passed on from COVID-19 last year, it was a huge shock to the Stranglers fan community and everybody who likes great rock and roll. And I can't really say enough good about him. Technically gifted, amazing composer, brilliant, brilliant keyboardist, the finest keyboardist rock and roll has ever entertained. I don't care what anybody says. And I was lucky enough to meet Dave a couple of times. Once in 1979 at a record shop signing, the very first time I saw the Stranglers. This was at Spillers in Cardiff, October 79. Hugh Cromwell was arrested after the gig that night, leading to his bust and the Pentonville prison thing. So it was quite a historic gig. And it was an amazing concert, superb. Even though I'd been in there for a couple of years, that was my first time I saw them. And when I met Dave and the rest of the band, they were fantastic. And Dave particularly was so nice. The only thing that this 16-year-old could breathe at him was, Dave, I think you're the greatest keyboard player in the world. And he said, "Oh, thanks, mate." And he was so self-effacing and a lovely, lovely guy. And I met Dave again years and years later. I'm just going to reach down for the CD a moment. There's the tribute CD to Dave included here, which has got some live recordings with his vocals on. Because of course he only sang about 5 songs with the band. I wish he'd done more, because I loved hearing him sing, because he was a great singer and guitarist as well. And the second time I met Dave was way back in 2000. I'll tell a story about this at length another time, but I'd been contacted by JJ Bernal after attending JJ's first ever solo gig at Swindon Arts Centre, and I'd left the contact details for myself because I was writing a book then on the European themes of rock and roll in rock and roll. It's an unfinished book, and maybe I'll finish one day. And JJ was really interested, and he rang me up, got in touch, and I went to the pub with him, Baz Warne, and Dave Greenfield, and we talked and we drank, and it was great to sit with Dave. He was such a lovely guy, and it was from my best night out ever. I had my biggest hangover the next day. The book didn't get finished because I got a contract with A&C Black to write some other books, 100 must-read science fiction novels, which you'll see behind me if you've just come across this. If you know me, you'll know all about it. I must go back to it one day. But Dave was just such a great guy, and his passing has really, really affected so many of us. So I'm delighted to see also the standard CD, which I ordered as well, has come in a dual case, which is a relief because I can't stand digipacks. I'm just going to open it now. Just let that open a moment. Talking, trying not to cut oneself while getting the pack out of the shrink. Here we go. Let's have a look. Tight as ever. There we go. It's a lovely beveled edge. We love the beveled edge, the super jewel case beveled edge. Very beautiful there. I'm still a huge apologist for CDs, and I'll play this probably quite soon once I'm emotionally ready for it. And there's the disc inside and Dave Greenfield's hand. That's really, really touching. They put Dave's hands there. That's fantastic. So delighted. Thanks for that, guys. Thanks that it's a beveled edge jewel case rather than a digipack. Digipacks, I can't stand it. Can't stand them. This is the tribute CD, as I say, and yeah, great. All right, okay, nice picture label there. Look at that, and yeah, the man himself. Wow, what can we say? The demon of the keyboards. And the album, of course, I'm just trying to sort of get control of my emotions and bring this back to the record itself. From Townsend, there's the smoke red and black vinyl edition. Now, getting the shrink off a record is always a sort of an important sort of moment, and I'm just going to get that torn open there. So I might talk a bit about my curating standards, because I'm a bit of obsessive about keeping my vinyl nice, and I usually have stuff ready to sort of augment it and make it beautiful. So there we go. There it is without the wrap on. You can see it better now, probably. Easter Island guys. Dark matte as well. It was always dark matte with the Stranglers, wasn't it? It still is. And oh wow, stunning in the sleeve. Great. And there's a nice credit there for Jim McCauley as well, the new to many of you drummer. Fantastic lyrics on the back. And let's have a look at the disc itself. Give that a shake. Oops, wrong way round. Oh wow, okay. Right. And there it is. Okay. Transparent red smoke vinyl. The smoke bits are quite subtle on this copy, actually. That's really nice. So fantastic. So what I might do now, if you want to bear with me, is I'll grab my curating materials. If I can just get this back into the sleeve. I want to do a shout out here for all my friends who love the Stranglers, and many people over the years I've connected with. First of all, I want to talk about Andy Bevan, Beaver, old friend of mine from Kilbarnet, South Wales, and a great guy who looked after me through the punk period. He got me into the Stranglers. I bought No More Heroes, the single myself, but it was Beaver who loaned Ratus Norvegicus to me, and that changed my rock and roll life. So thanks a lot, Beaver, and hi to Sean as well. They're lovely people, the two of them. So bear with me just a sec while I get the curating materials. So what have we got? Okay, so first of all, poly-lined inner in black, and of course, and let's see, we need PVC outer as well. Okay. May not have. Yeah, I was worried for a minute. I thought we didn't have any outers at all. I should edit this out, but I probably can't be bothered because I've just done hours of editing on a more professional clip, and I'm feeling, as I say, quite emotional about this. So, so if you don't like those bits, never mind. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's done a more professional job than me. But this one is about my feelings, and so it's for me. So in a punk manner, I don't care if you don't like it. So there we go. So we've got the outer sleeve in a nice PVC outer from Covers 33, who I get all my curating materials from. They've been going for years and years and years. Reasonable prices, proper quality. That's great stuff. We've got the LP into a poly-lined inner, and we'll take the inner sleeve as well and just pop it all back into the outer. It's going to be tight. So I got this from Townsend Music Direct. In a couple of weeks' time, I'll be queuing in the morning outside HMV for a couple of exclusives they've got coming up with Lou Reed and The Clash. So there we go. Dark Matters, the final swan song of Dave Greenfield. Well, I'm looking forward to listening to this. I'm not sure when I will. I think I've got to feel ready. And love to everybody out there in the Stranglers community. And Dave, RIP, you were the best of them all. Not that the other guys weren't. The band are all then, now, all fantastic. But Dave, you are my idol, and I salute you. This is Outlaw Bookseller signing out.